Hello everybody, welcome back, youtube.com/Geek Aloud for another Let's Install. Today, Destiny 2, the final shape. We're adding it to our library today as this is one of the four titles this month included with your PlayStation Plus subscription. If you yourself are a subscriber, you can be going hands-on with Destiny 2, the final shape at no additional cost. Also, I'll note they've included the previous, the Witch King or something, and a bunch of the other DLC over the previous years on PlayStation Plus. So if you've been subscribing and adding the games to your libraries as you go, this will be one of many that you'll be able to install. Once it tells you it's purchased, you'll need to click over to View Game and then hit the download button on Destiny 2. Download the PS5 version. You can see up there, apparently it's 180.9 gigabytes. We will hit download on there. Also included this month, as well as Destiny 2, the final shape DLC, we have Alone in the Dark for all three games, or all four games this month. I would suggest absolutely adding them to your library now, because even if you don't download them this month, as long as your PlayStation Plus subscription is active, you will be able to go backwards in your library and play them at your convenience. As well with Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, we will add that to our library as well. That's a small one, only 3.41 gigabytes. We're not installing any of these today. An NBA 2K25 will also hit add to the library on that one. So with all the monthly games added to our library, and in theory, we should now have Destiny 2 downloading. And if we go to uploads, downloads, I can tell you the Destiny 2, in theory, including the final shape DLC, is 153.949 gigabytes. While the download and install happens, you'll see gameplay of the final shape running on screen. On the other side of that, I'll dive into the settings menu of Destiny 2 and make any recommendations for changes. Followed by that, we'll jump back to the PS5 dashboard and I'll pull up the particulars of the title, giving you the current version number and the full and complete install sizes. It will be larger than the download size due to compression. While you're here though, I'll let you know that there will unfortunately not be a gaming enforcement agency tonight. It's our weekly video games podcast here on Geek Aloud, but unfortunately due to a scheduling error, we can't get one to happen this evening. My apologies. We'll be back next Thursday night at 8:30 p.m. Please enjoy this install of Destiny 2, the final shape instead. Check out that gameplay.
You have to keep moving. I have not been able to reach the Vanguard. Even my bond with my brother is faint.
We'll find the others. We have to. I don't think we can win this fight.
Is pushing back against me, trying to exert its will over everything. I will hold the portal open as long as I can. The fate of all things rests on you. Guardian, hurry. When you find my brother, tell him the Allied Coalition will protect the city in the Vanguard's stead. Tell him that we will join you as soon as we are able. Tell him that
He knows.
You cling so desperately to your pain, your failures. You have lost. Let go.
it sees us! It sees us! I cannot hold this any longer! Guardian, go! Go.
Are we alive? Is this... This is... Guardian. That vision. I think we're inside the Traveler. We've crossed the threshold. This is it. We're really here. Mara? I can't pick up anything. No comm signals from Sol. Zavala, Ikora, do you read us? Nothing. We're alone. I can feel the light here. It's everywhere. The grass, the air. It's not what I expected the heart of the Traveler would be like, but it's beautiful, isn't it? And so familiar. This is city architecture. Servants of the Witness. They must be remnants from a conquered species. I think I can channel the power coming out of that wellspring of light and dark into you, Guardian. We just need to be closer. They're vulnerable now. Your power's broken. I know this street. I know that shop. That's the tower. That's our tower, before Gaul destroyed it years ago. Wait, I'm picking up a Vanguard.
Installed right here, youtube.com/Geek Aloud. It is Destiny 2. Let's boot it on up now and find that settings menu. Okay, here we are within the game, Destiny 2. Cross progression, cross save. I've booted up into an old character, and if we go over here to the settings menu, R1ing our way across, starting with controller, movement controls. Do they give us the perfect controller map? Oh, they're so close, they just need a few lines. But that is the movement controller. Button layout. They've swing and a miss on that. I prefer the whole, controller picture on screen with lines off and what each button does. But it's all there and it's all customizable. Look sensitivity, I'll leave it at the default of 3. Aim down sight sensitivity, I'll leave it at the default of 1. You can invert your sticks with vertical and horizontal inversion there, but that's not for me. Auto look centering is off by default, that's fine. Sprint turn scale, I'll leave it at the default 0.4. Controller vibration is on, yes thanks. Double press delay of 1, that's fine. And the dead zone axes, I will leave those at the default values as well. That's it for controller. Video, what do we got here? Screen bounds. I won't set it up. It's unique to every monitor. Definitely take time to set it up for yourself. Make sure you can see the entire user interface as you play. HDR is on for my monitor. It supports it. If your monitor doesn't support it, that option will be off and inaccessible. Brightness. I've got the studio lights in my eyes, so don't go by my settings, but definitely take time to set it up for your environment. 120 Hertz mode is off by default. My monitor does support it, but as it's Crucible only, I will leave it off. Also, I can't use the capture card at 120 Hertz mode, so I'll just leave it off. Field of view, I always take it for a walk to the right. Maximum in Destiny 2 is 105 degrees field of view. Motion blur I have off. Chromic apparition, I actually like that. I'm going to turn that on. And film grain I will also leave off. I don't like the look of it. That's it for video. Soundland. Oh, I should actually pull the music out to avoid the copyright strike as I'm uploading this to YouTube. But if you're not streaming it anywhere, I recommend leaving the music up. We will leave sound effects at full, dialogue at full, and chat volume. Personally, I don't like hearing other people chat, so I've got it set to 0. But if you want to hear it, by all means, set it. I would recommend to 10 if you're going to turn it on. Gameplay options. Change characters, change character. If I want to log out, I've got 3 characters auto leveled up to 1,900, I think it was by default, this DLC patch. And I don't wish to log out of Destiny 2, but that's there. HUD opacity, I'll leave it at full, which is the default value. Radar background opacity lowest, that's fine by default. Subtitle options, I want them all off. Subtitles, not at all, thank you, off. And as a result, the rest of the options don't matter. If you run with subtitles on and have color blindness issues, you can go in there and switch those. You can also change the font size if you so wish, but none of that is for me. They're all off. Reticule location below center default, that's fine. Neutral reticule color, white and red work for me. Once again, if you suffer color blindness, you might want to go through there and change those. Helmet off in non-combat zones, that's fine. Display hints on by default, yes thanks. And crossplay, yes please, I'll leave that on. That is it for gameplay. Social options, privacy, clan and friends only. I assume these are the default values. Friend request public, clan invites public, share platform names is public, invite notifications show all, voice chat, I'm going to turn it off, no thank you. Text chat, that can be on. These default looks fine. Opacities, chats, all those default values look fine. And that is it for the settings within Destiny 2. Let's bounce now to the PS5 dashboard, pull up the particulars, and wrap up this here install, manage game content. I will just double check. And as you can see, we have the final shape is included. They're all usable, but they are all just keys. So all the DLC is included in the install package. And I can tell you currently Destiny 2 is version 1.157.000, and that is a full and complete install size of 158.8 gigabytes. Thank you very much for watching another Let's Install right here on Geek Aloud. Once again, my apologies for not being able to do the Gaming Enforcement Agency tonight. Scheduling conflicts are plenty, so it won't be happening tonight. My apologies. We will be back next Thursday, 8:30 p.m. right here on Geek Aloud for our weekly video games podcast. You can check out the archives, though. They're all there. What else can you do with Geek Aloud? Like it, subscribe it. You'll never miss it.